The ERA will not solve your personal problems because you simply cannot legislate universal sympathy for the middle-aged woman.
Once Cate Blanchett agrees to do your series, it really opens things up with casting. Who doesn't want to be a scene partner with her?
I'm not the expert in constitutional law.
I'm not the expert in constitutional law.
Yes, but you studied it in law school.
John Slattery said to me, for as long as I've been doing this, just watching Cate is like a master class. She's always working.
I'm just so impressed working with Cate Blanchett. From the deep preparation she does, looking at the video, to working on the dialect, to the physical representation of Phyllis. It's very tricky to play this woman who some people think doesn't deserve a second of airtime, and making her sympathetic is not an easy job.
I have raised 6 children. They're almost all grown.
You are too old.
I had a field day preparing for this because I was so curious about a woman who had so many contradictions and seemingly sort of incompatible and contradictory behaviors and points of view.
Well, virtuous women are rarely accosted by unwelcome sexual propositions.
Cate Blanchett, what she's done with the character is so careful. The deconstruction of Phyllis's character is one of the greatest things I've had the pleasure of witnessing performance-wise.
If we're going to catch up with the Libbers, we're going to need to grow fast. And my name gives us instant political recognition.
Through research, every day I'd find out something new and surprising about her.
You are not really a housewife. You are a full-time lobbyist working to defeat the ERA.
No, well, I don't work for anyone.
I basically watched every single interview she ever gave, and she gave a lot of them. Then you have to, in a way, put that aside and play what Darby has so brilliantly written.
Well, would you rather be ruled by a wise Turk or a foolish Christian?
You know, we're very used to seeing male antiheroes in film and television, but there aren't many examples or shows with female antiheroes. So it's particularly challenging with a female who, for some people, is not very likable, to find what's human in them.
Why would God put this fire in me if he didn't want me to act on it?
She's gone behind the known version of Phyllis. So who was the person with his partner, with his closest allies, when nothing was being written about them?
There was a push-pull between Phyllis and Fred. Though Fred saw in Phyllis the intellect and the power and the commitment, at that period of time wasn't ready to give up the mantle of the head of the family.
Stop
Did
it.
the law protect your mother?
Stop it.
Who took her privileges
I
away?
said stop it. You're just trying to make me emotional.
See, that's how you win a debate.
We know so much about male politics, Nixon and Reagan and Carter, and those stories have been told. This is the other side of it, especially for the Republican women like Phyllis Schlafly.
Everything about her, the way she lived her life, her worldview, it was all about preservation rather than embracing change. And that's part of the excitement for me, to discover who someone is and the impact that they had.
This is their side of the story. It's never been told. You know, when I say Phyllis Schlafly, people are like, who? Well, now they're going to really know, because Cate Blanchett is just extraordinary.
Now, you and I both know that the ERA is not about equality. It's about power.